Welcome back, everyone. AI is changing so fast,
Mm.
it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, it really is. Every day there's something new and groundbreaking, right?
Totally. And today's deep dive, it's no exception. We're talking huge news, the kind of stuff that could completely change the AI world as we know it.
Like a total game changer.
Exactly. We've got a Chinese startup, DeepSeek, shaking things up with an open source AI model that's rivaling the big guys. And on the other side, Meta's throwing down a cool $65 billion on AI infrastructure. It's
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
Yeah, 65 billion. It really looks like we're in a global AI arms race, wouldn't you say? Everyone's trying to be number one, but with totally different strategies.
It's fascinating. So let's start with DeepSeek. Their DeepSeek-R1 model, it's making headlines everywhere. What's the big deal?
Okay, so DeepSeek-R1. There are a few things that make it so special. First, it's powerful. We're hearing it can go toe-to-toe with OpenAI's models, which have been the gold standard.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and second, it's open source. Anyone can use the code, modify it, even make money from it.
Whoa. That's so different from how companies like OpenAI and Google usually operate.
Right. It's huge shifts.
So DeepSeek's basically sharing the secrets of their cutting-edge AI with the whole world. Why would they do that?
Well, it's a bold move, a gamble.
Right.
Their bet is that if they create a big community of developers and researchers around DeepSeek-R1, it'll speed up innovation and give them an advantage. They also say they want to make powerful AI accessible to everyone. It's their mission.
I love that idea. Imagine AI development wouldn't just be controlled by a few giant companies.
Right. Anyone with the skills and creativity could contribute.
Exactly. It could lead to a whole explosion of new AI applications and services,
Yeah.
benefiting tons of industries.
Yeah, who knows what we could accomplish?
It's exciting. But what does this open source approach mean for the big players like OpenAI? Could they actually fall behind?
It's tough to say right now, but DeepSeek is definitely making everyone rethink their strategies. Some companies might decide that a more open approach is the way to go.
Yeah. And to make things even more interesting, DeepSeek-R1 has this MIT license. It specifically allows commercial use.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So anyone could take this AI, tweak it, and build a whole business around it. No legal problems.
That's exactly right. It really shows the power of open source software. Historically, a lot of the most successful technologies came from collaborative open source communities.
It's amazing what people can achieve when they work together. So on the one hand, we have DeepSeek playing the open source card, but then we have Meta. They're investing a jaw-dropping $65 billion in infrastructure.
Yeah.
$65 billion. Can you break that down for us? What are they actually doing with all that money?
Meta's going all in on AI. They want to be the dominant force. We're talking 1.3 million GPUs, which are basically super fast processors for AI. And to house all that equipment, a 2-gigawatt data center, that's enough to power a small city.
They're building an AI empire. What are they planning to do with all that computational power?
They want to make their new AI model Llama 4 the top AI assistant in the world. They want it to be used by over 1 billion people. They're basically trying to integrate AI into every aspect of our digital lives.
It's ambitious.
See?
It makes you wonder, though, are they trying to create a whole closed-off AI ecosystem?
A walled garden, kind of.
Yeah. A world where they control the entire user experience.
It's possible. And that raises questions about things like data privacy and whether users will truly have control.
Those are crucial questions. And speaking of data privacy, let's talk about OpenAI's operator. It's getting a lot of attention, but there are also concerns about how long they keep user data.
Oh, absolutely.
So just to refresh everyone's memory, what exactly is operator?
Operator is basically like a super smart personal assistant that lives on your phone, but it's powered by GPT-4, which means it can handle all kinds of tasks, booking flights, making appointments, ordering groceries, even writing emails.
That's incredibly convenient. But what are the privacy worries?
Well, OpenAI says that Operator stores user data for up to 90 days. They say it's to make the AI better and personalize the experience.
Okay.
But a lot of people are worried about whether that much data retention is really necessary and if it could be a privacy risk.
90 days is a long time. And with an AI like Operator, you're basically giving it access to incredibly personal information.
You are. It comes down to trust and transparency. How much are we willing to share for convenience? And are companies like OpenAI being upfront about how they're using and protecting our data?
That's the key question. And this debate is only going to get more intense as AIs become even more advanced and woven into our lives.
Yeah, it's a tricky balance. AI needs data to learn, but we have to be sure our data is being handled responsibly, ethically.
For sure. It's a conversation we can't avoid. AI is everywhere. Which brings us to Apple. They've been kind of quiet about AI compared to companies like Meta or Google. What are they up to?
Apple's approach is more subtle, less flashy, but they're definitely making moves.
Okay, so what are they doing?
Their latest iOS update, version 18.3, it's got AI features baked right into the operating system. They've improved the visual intelligence, so your phone can recognize objects and scenes way better now.
Oh, cool. So finally, my phone will be able to tell the difference between my cat and a loaf of bread.
Hopefully. But there's more.
Like what?
Well, one change was causing some controversy. They got rid of news notifications.
Really? Why?
It's not totally clear. Some people think it might have to do with the new AI integration. The AI might be taking on a bigger role in deciding what we see and how we use our phones.
Interesting. So they're trying to make the experience more personalized,
Hmm.
but it could also mean less choice for users.
Yeah, and maybe less access to information. It's a tough balance. A lot of tech companies are struggling with it. How do you personalize things without taking away control?
It's a big question,
Mm.
and everyone seems to have a different answer. Okay, so let's move on to another company that's doing some interesting things with AI. ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok. What's their story?
ByteDance is becoming a real powerhouse in the AI world. They've got their own AI model, Doubao 1.5 Pro. And get this, some tests show it actually outperforms GPT-4. On certain tasks, anyway.
Really? That's impressive, especially since GPT-4 is supposed to be top of the line.
Right. And the crazy thing is, they're doing it with less powerful, more affordable chips.
So they're more efficient.
That's it. They're finding ways to do more with less. That could give them a serious advantage, especially as AI gets even more complex and resource intensive.
It's definitely something to watch. Maybe efficiency is going to be the next big thing in AI. Maybe we'll see a shift away from just throwing tons of processing power at every problem.
Yeah, it's possible, especially with all the concerns about AI in the environment these days.
Makes sense. But ByteDance isn't just focused on efficiency, are they? What about their AI agents?
Oh, right. They've got one called UiTARS, and this thing is next level. Imagine an AI that can not only do the basic stuff like booking flights and scheduling meetings, but can also analyze market trends, manage your investments, even write code.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, but that's the reality we're living in now. The lines are getting blurred.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
But it also brings us back to those ethical questions we talked about earlier.
absolutely. As AI gets more powerful and independent, we have to make absolutely sure it's aligned with human values.
Okay, so we've covered DeepSeek's open source model, Meta's massive investment in infrastructure, Apple's quiet but significant moves with iOS, and ByteDance's focus on efficiency and these super sophisticated agents. It's clear that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to AI. Everyone's doing their own thing. But before we wrap up, there's one more area I want to touch on. AI-generated video. It seems like everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
Why?
AI is revolutionizing video creation. There are programs now that can take a text prompt and turn it into a realistic, engaging video.
Wow. From words to moving images. That's wild. Are there any limitations to what these programs can do?
Well, like any technology, they have their strengths and weaknesses. Some are great at creating realistic visuals, others are faster and easier to use. Some are better at making cinematic videos, while others are good for things like explainer videos or ads. It really depends on what you need it for.
Okay, so what are some examples of programs that are really making an impact?
Two big ones are Kling AI and OpenAI's Sora. They're both known for creating really realistic videos from text, but they have slightly different approaches.
How so?
Kling AI is known for being really cinematic. The videos look like they were shot by a professional. It also gives you a lot of control over the details, like the camera movements. It's popular with marketers who need to make high-quality video ads quickly, but it does have some content filters, so you can't do everything you might want.
So it's great for professional-looking stuff, but maybe not the best choice if you want to get really creative or experimental.
Right. Now, Sora, on the other hand, it's all about speed and photorealism. It can whip up a video in seconds. It's great for making quick videos for social media or testing out different ideas.
So it's super user-friendly. But what about the cost? Can anyone use these programs?
That's the catch. Sora is tied to ChatGPT Pro, which costs $200 a month.
Yeah.
So it's more of a tool for businesses and professionals than for everyday people.
Right, so there's a trade-off there. But it's cool to see how AI video generation is evolving. There are options for different needs and budgets.
Absolutely. As these programs get more powerful and easier to use, we're going to see a lot more AI-generated video content everywhere. It's going to be interesting to see how it changes the media landscape.
Yeah, how will traditional filmmakers adapt? What will this mean for the future of video? So many questions.
It's a brave new world, and it's happening right now.
We've covered so much today. Open source AI, powerful AI agents, the amazing things AI can do with video.
It's incredible how quickly things are changing. What used to be science fiction is becoming our everyday reality.
And as we move forward, it's more important than ever to talk about the ethical side of AI, to make sure it benefits everyone.
I completely agree. We have to be thoughtful. We have to ask the tough questions. How can we use AI to create a future that's fair and just for everyone?
Yeah, it does feel like we're at a turning point, like we're entering a whole new era, and AI is going to be at the center of it, shaping everything.
It's exciting,
Yeah,
but a little scary too, right? We're talking about something truly revolutionary. But every revolution has its challenges.
totally. And we can't ignore those. We have to face them head on.
Exactly.
We need to talk openly and honestly about the ethics of AI, the potential for bias, the need for transparency. We have to hold these companies accountable.
Couldn't agree more. We need to make sure AI benefits everyone, not just a few people at the top.
That's it. It's not just about the tech itself. It's about how we use it. What kind of world do we want to build with AI? How can we make sure that future is fair, sustainable, just for everybody?
So many big questions. But one thing's for sure, AI is here to stay. It's not going away. It's changing how we interact with tech, with the world around us. It's a fundamental shift. And it's happening so fast. Stuff that seemed like science fiction just a few years ago, it's normal now. It's hard to say what the future holds, but it's going to be wild. That much I know.
I can't wait to see what happens. And we'll be here to cover it every step of the way, bringing you the latest insights and analysis right here on The Deep Dive.
Absolutely. Stay with us.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the AI revolution. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. We'll see you then.